So for the next half hour, we're going to talk about Bioclinica software and how it may be of interest to you and your organization. So Bioclinica, I'm sure you've all heard of Bioclinica. We are a 500 customers, and we have been working in the space for 30 years. I've been with the company for about half of those. And these are all the things that Bioclinica does. So you're probably saying, well, I know they do medical imaging, but I wasn't aware of these things. And so I'm responsible for the site and patient payments, RTSM, CTMS, and today we're going to talk about EDC. So EDC, we've been in this space for about 18 years, and we've done more than 2,000 studies and supported sites in over 60 countries with more than 100 FDA approvals. And traditionally, before I came back a couple years ago, we were a metadata competitor. Basically, we were dealing with companies that did not want to deal with the big metadata, and we did that because of throughput and scalability. If you're going to conduct a large pivotal trial, you need to have systems that can manage that, right? That can manage the production and manage all of the data coming in and out, and produce it, on availability and allow studies to conduct their trial. Right? And then you need to have a 24/7, 365 help desk should your sites have issues. Of course, if you're going to compete with metadata, you're probably going to be less expensive, and we have no database migrations. So that's pretty much what we have been, and ideally, we create C- libraries for our customers, and if your libraries and your database terms are consistent, then your integrations begin to look very consistent, and your reporting looks consistent. And so you're able to manage all of your studies with the same workflow, reports, and systems. And that's when things become much more efficient, meaning faster and less expensive. We are rolling out EDC Analytics here next month. This is going to be included in all EDC studies. This is a data management visualization dashboard. This is an EDC query dashboard. This is a forms dashboard. And this is a further forms dashboard. So the idea here is that with Tableau, you will be able to look at the high-level dashboard and then drill down into the eCRF, and Tableau will manage all of the appropriate permissions. So very powerful. Later next year, we'll be rolling out risk-based monitoring tools, as well as the ability to bring in clinical data, so you can actually form your data warehouse in our products without making a significant incremental investment. So I had told you that we had worked with larger studies, and that would be our control delivery, which is basically we build studies and we data manage them, or command, where we would do those and then we would add data management and statistics. And however, we were missing a large part of the market. We were missing the small phase 1 or the pilot trial, or maybe even the post-marketing study, where CROs and sponsors want to build them themselves. They want an easy tool to where they don't have to manage the timelines or pay someone else to do them when the study and the forms aren't complex. And think of Medrio, right? And so the market is basically Medrio for easy studies and Medidata for complex studies. Less expensive, more expensive. And we felt that there was a great opportunity to be an EDC system for all studies. And we created EDC Solo. So we took this system that's been in production for 18 years, and we have put we've put on forms, wizards, and made this system very easy to create smaller studies. Yet we've retained the ability to scale to very large, complex studies with very sophisticated edit checks, and you get the throughput, you get the PDF ability, and you get all those things that we've always used to manage those very large trials. So, the trick here is to make it attractive for the smaller trials and keep it attractive for the larger trials. Introducing EDC Solo. So this is our EDC Solo program, where we have 3 tiers of investment. Essentially, you can begin with Bioclinica EDC Solo with no upfront investment. For $2,250 per study and $100 per site, you can begin working. You can become a certified trainer. You can work with Vignesh and get started and begin creating studies all on your own. And we simply have higher tiers where we will provide a customer success manager if you're willing to spend $10,000 upfront in professional service hours. And that's it. A very open, very transparent model. And Bioclinica integrates, automatically integrates with our CTMS system and our RTSM products. So as you get bigger, these products are there to help you scale. You don't have to drop your investment in EDC and pick it up with a larger vendor. You can manage all of your studies with Bioclinica. And with that, you're probably interested in seeing the product. I would like to introduce Vignesh.
Thanks, Richard. Hi, everybody. I'm Vignesh. I'm the Customer Success Manager here at Bioclinica. I handle all of the our EDC Solo customers. So let me share my screen. So our Bioclinica EDC Solo customers enables our customers to use our study builder tool to build studies on their own. This is the same study builder that is being utilized by our experienced internal EDC build team. There's great flexibility and firepower in this study builder to take care of all the trials in front of you and also ensure continued success into the future. So one of the most important elements which our customers depend on is speed. Speed is very crucial to them, especially when a trial needs to go live in a matter of weeks, or creating and introducing a new form for a mid-study change. However, the ability to create a study quickly wouldn't be as helpful if the build is not reliable. As such, that our study builder has 2 capabilities that actually empowers our customers a quick, accurate, and error-free build. So one thing is, nothing is faster than being able to build a form is by being able to copy from an existing study. So there are 3 kinds of levels in which you can copy a study using our study builder. The first one is, which is the most basic of all elements, is the code list. So just to explain what a code list is, so code lists are like predefined options for data entry that are assigned to fields in the dictionary, and they appear in the ECRF as combo boxes, radio buttons, and checkboxes. So, for example, we can have a unit code list. Since units are pretty much consistent for every study, instead of recreating a code list, you can import one from an existing study they already have. So everything here is point and click. So I'm just going to one of our studies that we already have, and I'll just choose one from here, and I'll choose the design, and I can choose any code list that I want. I can choose the entire code list from that particular study, or I can just choose the unit code list that I need. And then this allows me to confirm what I want. and the unit's already imported to this current study that I'm building on. Is pretty quick. Next we have is the forms and folders. So for some instances, forms and folders that are required for your current study have already been created in another study located in a library. So you can import those as well. So you can decide to whether import the entire form or folder itself or just the some fields. So what you can do, again, I just choose the sponsor that I'm importing the study from, choose the study, choose the forms, choose the form that I want to import from and where I want to put it. In this case, I'm choosing the adverse events form. And again, I can choose either all of the fields that I want. Usually they are like recycled elements, or I can just choose one particular field. In this case, I just choose one field, hit next, and I choose to import the entire code list or overwrite the existing ones. This is just to confirm with me what I'm importing over to make sure I'm importing the right one. And the field is already imported into my new adverse event form in my current study. And then finally, we have the ability to copy the entire study instead of just bits and pieces from the existing study. So in order to do that, again, it's just pretty simple. Just come here, choose where I want to import the study from, choose the form, choose the element, and then I can import the entire design over. It all done in a matter of seconds. So once you have all those elements in place, we have another way to help to make sure that your build is error-free is by having study builder rules. So study builder rules are checks that are put in place to analyze every aspect of a study build to ensure that rules that are being followed for that particular study build. These rules are set at a sponsor level to check the study design itself to make sure that there's some adherence to quality standards, and also running the rules against your study helps to eliminate errors. So,
and Vignesh and Richard, sorry to interrupt. We do have a question from Dr. Allison Gage, who was speaking earlier about the form libraries you just showed. She's wondering, are the form libraries only from the sponsor's prior studies, or can you import a form from a Bioclinica library that has forms from all sponsors' prior studies?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So oftentimes these forms are proprietary to the sponsor. Okay, so we can't go with a competing company and copy that. Technically, the software will support bringing that form in, but that may be a competitor, and they may not want you to have that form, and we would have to replicate that form. As far as questionnaires, we're going to be rolling out our e-consent product and our e-pro product later next year, and we're going to have the questionnaires that have been developed by third parties. Those will be in libraries, yeah, we may have to build that form, having built it for somebody else. Does that answer the question? Thank you, Dr. Allison.
thanks, Rich. I mean, just to add on, the reason why you may see some of the other sponsors in my presentation is because as a customer success manager, I have access to their studies to make sure they are building it properly or accurately. So that's why you are seeing them over here. But by right, you shouldn't be seeing other sponsors' study build. So to run. So like, again, so back to the study builder rules. So there are some errors that may not be obvious to the naked eye. For example, you may have created a field ID that was not used in any forms, or you may have a form that doesn't have any fields in them. So we do have a preset study builder rules within the system that will run to check them. So for example, if I want to find out whether do I have any forms that do not have any fields, so I can just go to this particular form just to show you what I'm looking at. Yeah, so forms without fields. So I can just check this box, and then I'll run a test, and then you will tell me this report saying that I have one screen failure form that does not have any fields in them. So in that case, I can always go back to that form in the dictionary field and put the fields into that particular form. So this set of study builder rules, they come preloaded with every by default by study, but there's also the ability to add your own rules that are sponsor specific into this study builder rules. So this will come in handy when there are like more than one study builder in your team, or there is personnel turnover, to make sure that there's consistency in your study build throughout your organization. In closing, I'll say that many people, there may be only one thing that people like less than filling out forms, that is creating them. So by creating a master library with all this quality already built in, you'll save you time by not having to rebuild from scratch every single time, and not having to review hundreds of sets, while also maintaining the standards that you have in your build. Any questions about the study builder rules or the importing of forms and fields? Great. Over to you, Rich.
Okay, well, thank you very much. Hopefully we've shown you that that we are a very good alternative to what's out there right now. If you would like to see more from us, feel free to follow up and send me an email or reach me on LinkedIn, and we'd be happy to speak with you and help you make a good decision going forward. Dr. Lawrence.
Thank you very much.
And yep, as Richard mentioned, if you're willing to connect with him or have any questions regarding his solo EDC platform or any other Bioclinica platforms, feel free to even let myself, Sherry, and my team know. Richard's always available for a connection. And thank you once again, Richard and Vignesh, for your presentation.
You're welcome.